Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Early on in the West Region North Dakota high school volleyball season, some would say the games don't exactly matter as much as they do at the end of the year. Put a pretty good argument against that, however, and tonight that argument can be made when St. Mary's and Minot High School come together in a West Region showdown. Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show here tonight, where the 2-10 St. Mary's Saints take on the 6-6 Minot High Majettes at Magic City Campus's gymnasium, alongside the former Minot State University standout and the Hall of Famer for Minot State volleyball and softball. It's Dr. Melissa Spelchen on the call with yours truly, Nick Hulberg, here tonight. First things first, great to see you. Volleyball season is officially upon us. There's nothing better than high school sports ramping back up, and tonight we get our first taste here in the Magic City of high school volleyball.
First, Nick, so wonderful to be back in the booth with you. I know this isn't a booth, it's a table with a bleacher, but it feels really, really good. And it's a beautiful fall day in Minot, North Dakota. Beautiful day to have a wonderful volleyball match here at Minot High. And welcome back from IMCA Super Nationals for the second year in a row. You had that accomplishment. That's amazing, Nick Hulberg. Just an honor to be around you.
Well, we appreciate that very much. It was a lot of dirt track racing over the course of a week. Now we shift gears into a sport that has become one of my favorite as well, and that's volleyball, because of the high intensity and the action-packed matches that you'll get, certainly inside the WDA. I want to go back to what I opened up with here tonight, that some could argue that early in the season, those matches don't hold as much stake. Well, later in the year, they certainly do when you get towards tournament time. But for me, looking at this showdown here tonight, where we stand in the standings with Minot at 6, St. Mary's at 10, and two teams right now inside of this conference that have had some losses on the year that have been real close matchups where those set scores needed extra points and things like that. In my mind, this is a pivotal one here tonight for St. Mary's and for Minot High School if they want to really try to turn the tide, maybe you could say, heading down the stretch towards the middle portion of the season.
Yeah, you know, Minot High is right in the middle, right? They're number 6 of 11 teams. St. Mary's is struggling. They are absolutely in need of a win. But I really, truly believe that there's a little bit more pressure and that Minot High needs to win this match more so than St. Mary's. Being at home, having 2 wins, trying to get to 500, I think that Minot High needs to come out and have a wonderful showing and get the W and get to 500.
Well, tonight's pregame show brought to you by our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and we have plenty more to talk about coming up. But did you know that Valvoline Instant Oil Change offers a 15-minute drive-through oil change? Take your lunch hour, you just pull right in, you sit right in your vehicle, 15 minutes. I'm telling you, your time is
You're
valuable.
having that salad.
You're having that salad. You're doing whatever you need to be doing at lunchtime, including getting that oil change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with 5 locations in Minot and Bismarck. They bring you this pregame show here today, which reminds me the check engine light is on after the trip to Iowa. Probably something
Iowa.
that I'll need to do tomorrow before heading to Bismarck. Let's look at the standings inside of the West region for high school volleyball. In the Class A ranks, you've got Jamestown at number 1. They're unbeaten on the season at 4-0 inside of the conference. They're 8-3 overall on the year. They've won 4 straight. Legacy currently sits number 2 at 3-0. They just got done taking care of St. Mary's in a sweep 2 nights ago on their home floor. Todd Domrys and Mackenzie Quintus had that call for you on the PSP Network. Legacy, an impressive team. Bismarck currently number 3 in the conference at 3-0. You got to go down to number 5 to find Century, the team that is ranked inside the polls right now. We'll look at that in a moment. They're 10-2 overall, 4-1 inside the West region. Dickinson's 3-0 on the season. They're sitting number 4. Minot at number 6, followed by Williston at 7, then Watford City, Turtle Mountain, St. Mary's at 0-5 and 2-10 on the year, sits number 10, followed by Mandan. Other big games tonight inside the West region. Century's at Legacy. That's a monster matchup. Mandan's at Turtle Mountain. Bismarck at Dickinson. That's a battle of 3 and 4 inside the conference.
That'll be a tough match there.
Yeah, it certainly will. That one that we'll have our eyes on here tonight. And, of course, the one that you're locked into here on the PSP Network, St. Mary's at Minot High School. Well, the St. Mary's School song plays. We'll have the Minot High School song coming up in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the poll inside of North Dakota Class A volleyball. The media around the state deems that Fargo North is the team to beat. That's because they're 11-0 on the year. Davies is at 9-1. 2 East Region teams sit at the top of the list. Century at 8-2 inside of their overall place. It's number 3. Cheyenne's at number 4, 9-3 for a record for the Mustangs. And then you find Bismarck High at 8-2. That volleyball poll in the poll, according to the media, brought to you here tonight on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations again in Minot and Bismarck. How much stock do you as a player or a coach put into the media and their thoughts and where you rank in that poll? Is that something that phases you at all in this sport?
Honestly, Nick, when I was playing, I just want to go out there, compete, and get wins. I also pay attention to a lot of things on the media, so it can be a motivator for sure. I'm just looking at it. I think you said Cheyenne is 4th, Century is 3rd. So there's your 2022 Class A champion was West Fargo Cheyenne, and they edged Bismarck Century 3-2 in November of last year. So, you know, obviously the East has a little bit more presence in that top 5. When you go to playoffs, anything can happen. But the purpose, you had mentioned, like, what is the purpose of these early matches? I mean, really, it's to develop chemistry. It's to develop what's going right and really address quickly what's going wrong, so that when you get to the middle or the heart of your schedule, you're really putting up the best team that you got. So in looking at some of these stats here that you provided me, thank you, Nick Hulberg. You know, I see Zoe Czar is at the top of the WDA in kills per match list. She's a player to watch, and she's number 1. And then just, you know, a couple spots down at number 4 is St. Mary's Gervig. And I think that is Lexi.
That is right.
Yep. And is it Gerving? I think Lexi Gerving. So what I'm seeing here, and that's really the 2 players that stand out. You have Kukowski, who's doing a nice job setting the ball. But those are the 2 players that stand out. So it looks like an offensive game tonight, right? Like those 2 hitters are going to be going up against each other. And so really we'll see who comes out on top. And really, again, in this early season match, who comes away with the W.
Yeah, it should be a fun one tonight. Lexi Gerving, the All-West Region player, she had 8 kills the other night against Legacy. She's a star without question. Minot High's Zoe Czar that you talked about. Well, she had 8 kills against Jamestown earlier on this year. One of the ones that we highlighted, Jamestown again at the top of the list. Well, let's take one more break on our pregame show, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Your time's valuable. Let Valvoline Instant Oil Change help you with saving some of that time with the drive-through oil change It's instant. That's why they call it Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. When we come back, we'll have a salute to our country with the national anthem, the official introductions here tonight at Magic City campus and the Minot High Gymnasium. Should be a good one in the West region tonight. It's the Majettes and the Saints in high school volleyball.
What about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Excellent rendition of our nation's national anthem. Tonight performed by May Nash and Annalise Kenfeld.
Have
Job
you ever
well
sung
done.
the anthem, Nick?
I haven't.
Okay.
I probably could do the Canadian better than the American for some reason. I don't know what that is. Can you imagine? That's what we should do next time on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We should have yours truly go down there.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah, I've done it a couple thousand times.
Yeah, job well done.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Well, we get set and ready for St. Mary's tonight and Minot High going together in this West Region Showdown. Their first matchup of the year. Minot High again coming in to this matchup here tonight with a 6-6 record overall inside the conference. They're 2-3. St. Mary's on the other side. Well, they come in at 2-10, winless in the WDA, but as we mentioned earlier on here tonight, they've had some close matchups on the season against some top talent. Extra points needed in some of the sets. They are looking to see if they can turn a corner here this evening. Erica Traub, the head coach of St. Mary's. It's Jesse Gertson back for year number 2 as the head coach of Minot High School. Some of the players that we already talked about and looking forward to seeing here tonight. Lexi Gerving, the All-West Region player, number 4 in the WDA according to kills per set. She goes against Zoe Czar here tonight, number 1 in the West Region with the kills per set that she sits on right now with 4 kills per set coming in to the showdown. Touch on some of the other elements to the game when you've got 2 premier killers up in the front row of those hitters looking to see if they could make a difference here tonight. How much of the defensive side has to be a factor in that front and back row for both of these teams here this evening?
You know what's funny, Nick, is you just read my mind, right? Because we already talked about, obviously, you have the top hitter in the WDA and the 4th top hitter in the WDA, and you're thinking this is going to be an offensive match. I tell you what, if you're trying to get out of a funk as an 0-5 team, you know how you win? You win with defense, and you frustrate the other team by digging every ball you can and throwing over as many balls as possible, right? So just keep balls in play, but be aggressive and be all over the place. And then I would say to Minot High, at a 2-3 team, again, they're trying to develop their chemistry to be good in the middle of the year. This is really an important win for them at home. When you're at home, right, and you're facing an 0-5 team, it's almost, it's an almost must win for you when you're at home against an 0-5 team. And what you're trying to develop there, again, is overall consistency, right? I'm not saying that you have to be dramatic or super aggressive defensively, you just have to be consistent. Do the things you do well as much as possible throughout the match, and they should come away with the W.
Well, look for both of these teams to fight hard here tonight. Regan Terrell on the defensive side for Minot High leads with 41 digs. On the other side, well, their kill leader, also their dig leader with 56, Lexi Gerving. She plays both ways on the floor without question.
Yeah, it'll be nice to watch her all-around player. The other position that's important here when you have a top kills leader in the WDA and Zoe Czar and Gerving on the other side with St. Mary's are the setters. The setters have to give the ball to those big hitters exactly where they want them as to continue the offensive kind of prowess. So look for that to happen as well.
Well, we're set for action here tonight at Magic City Campus's gymnasium. Again, Nick Hulberg alongside of Melissa Spelchen for the call on the PSP Network. We appreciate you joining us here tonight to the Magic City for North Dakota High School Volleyball on the PSP Network. St. Mary's is in blue, Minot High is in their whites. Best of 5 here tonight. First one of 3 set victories will be your winner. We start with Czar off the front of the net. St. Mary's gets the points.
Yeah, good pass by Czar. Really a good set. Just kind of put that one in the middle of the net. Let's see her just get going here quickly.
Front row, it's going to be put on a tee here and sent to cross over the net. St. Mary's will work it back to the front row where it goes off the fingertips of Coonan for just a moment. Falls into Minot High, registers their first points of set number 1.
Looks like Aaron McLean is playing the right side or weak side for Minot High. That's an important position because you're blocking the power hitter on the opposite side. So we'll see what happens there.
Saints set it up with Kukowski. Tipped on over the net there by Michaela Clyde. Comes back across for the Majettes. Fired across by Aaron McLean. Front row on a tee. Big time smash coming there from Summer Schweitzer, but she just missed on the far end line.
Yep, and no touch on the block, so point Minot High.
2-0. Majettes lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank. Locations throughout North Dakota and Arizona. Block at the net was there.
I don't have that number 6, but I kind of recognize the face. So I'm looking for it on the roster here.
I'll get it for you in 2 seconds. Yeah. I do apologize not having it on the varsity roster that was on the WDA website earlier on here tonight. She's got another block, however.
I would venture to guess that's Sydney Aberley.
It is Sydney Aberley,
She
that's
sure
right.
looks like her parents, Scott and Lindsay. So that's an easy one for me. I just had to find her here on the JV roster. So she's got some spunk here in the front row. Sydney Aberley, number 6 for Minot High.
4-1, Majettes are on top of the early lead here in this showdown tonight. Good effort from the back row as the ball's kept alive. Across it comes. Couture was the one that made the play from the back. Big time shot there, and across it came. Hammered down from Schweitzer.
Yeah, excellent job by Minot High there to scramble and get the ball back over. Also, I guess like a one-up by St. Mary's by putting that ball back down. Otherwise, if you don't get that ball back down, that's a lot of momentum for Minot High.
Back to serve here for the Saints, off to the end line. Julia Barch will put it into play with the jump serve. Czar dug it up. Czar's going to call for it and get it back here. She fires it back across. That went out of play on the far sideline, so it will be Saints point, and we're sitting on a 1-point set, number 1 for 3. Minot in the driver's seat, but it's the Saints that have the service. Czar with the dig again. From Falcon to Czar, back across, sent to the back row here from Kukowski. Off it comes to the middle here for Aberley. She just missed on a play.
Yeah, so obviously you have a tie ball game here. But I just am seeing at 4-4, you have 3 unforced errors by Minot High. So they got to figure out with their offense. And the hitters got to keep balls in play.
Front row it comes. Big time stuff at the nets. Lexi Gerving got up.
So she blocks too. She hits the ball well, plays good defense. Solid on the solo block there by Gerving. Nice job.
7th block of the year for Gerving, the All-West Region player. Saints program last year's, that one's going to be whistled just past the end line and out of play. Saints last year had quite a season that they put together. They went 24-15 overall. They went to the state tournament, lost their first game, won the next 2, finishing 5th inside of Class A volleyball in North Dakota.
That's a nice rebound, right? When you lose the first match at state, that can be a bit defeating, but when you come back and win the next 2, and shows a lot about your team chemistry.
They graduated McKendra Messer, the all WDA and all state player from a year ago. Into serve for Minot High. Duffner sends it across. Scooped up here by the Majettes in the back row from Terrell. Comes away from Zoe Czar. She free passed it over. On the attack again, that little push shot from Gerving. Czar does the same thing. And the Saints send it up to the front again. Hammering shot. Gerving blocked at the net. There's that one's going to go to play, and Czar's going to have her first kill of tonight's contest.
Yeah, and there's finally our first kind of point of Czar versus Gerving. That was kind of fun to watch, right? 2 huge swings, one in off the block and in, and one off the block and out for a Minot High point.
How about that play from the far side? Schweitzer picked her spot, wrote it across the net, and dropped it in.
I'm not sure if she picked that one, but that was an athletic play for sure to go super cross court into position 2 on the opposing volleyball court there.
Front row comes. Aberley caught the tape on the top of the net, and it drops in for another St. Mary's point. They lead 8-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Dumped in off the serve, front row on a tee. Czar goes across, kept alive by the Saints and Messer. Front row again, this time it's sent over from the outside hitter for the Majettes, Walter. Tap back across the net from Gerving. The rally continuing on here in the early portion of this match. And it's going to drop in. Credit the point there for Matea Messer.
One thing I'm noticing early here with, and again, it's early. It's 15 total points in. Minot High is definitely setting the ball to power and to right side, which means that's tough to play a full match because there's always something that's called establishing the middle, because when you establish the middle, then you will have one blocker on both outside for the power hitter and the right side hitter. If you don't establish the middle, then you always have a double block, which is tougher for your outside hitters. So interesting to see that, and I'm wondering if that changes with the next rotation and the next middle player to come in for Minot High.
Saints extend the lead now to 10-7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Checking in for them, this is Sophia Schlinger.
Schlinger, cool name.
5'7" freshman. 56 assists on the season for her so far in her freshman campaign.
So they must be playing a 6-2 there and have 2 setters, so she's coming in to set from the back row.
Front row, she had a block on the play as well. Comes back to Czar now, and it's going to come back into the possession of the Saints here, who fired across. Does Gervin get the credit here?
The ball was hit out, but again, good athletic play. Like, she's up in the air and she turns her body to try to go cross court. Yeah, Czar and Gerving, they just have such great technique. It's fun to watch them just approach the ball and try to hit it. So that's entertaining for, volleyball aficionados or just volleyball regular spectators. I don't know what you'd call me. I don't know what you'd call you. You'd probably be an aficionado now, Nick, with all the broadcasting you've done of volleyball.
Well, you could call yourself a Hall of Famer or a legend in some ways.
Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you.
Of the game. Still probably at that novice level when it comes to each and every aspect of this great sport. I do know that it's set up on the front row and poked across by the Saints. Minot High is going to set it up for Czar from the back. She fires it across. Now it's set on a tee from Schlinger. Across it comes. Barely missed from Lily Coonan.
Yeah, and we have Rachel Wonkwo that's subbed in to the front row for Minot High in the middle. And as you know, I just talked about the fact that they need to probably establish the middle to make it easier for their outside hitters. We'll see what she does. She can jump out of the gym.
We were impressed with her last year. Wonkwo comes in. Front row here for Minot High. She's got 13 kills so far on the year here in her junior year.
Nice ace serve there by Taylor Falcon. Minot High also runs a 6-2, so they have Falcon and Duffner as their 2 setters, back row setters.
Ball put into play. Saints go to work on it here. Well, the windmill spin was there for Messer. Just didn't get it where she wanted to, and it dropped on the Saints side of the court, and we're tied at 11 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. By the way, tonight's game is brought to you by Minot State University. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State proud to support the PSP Network. Well, we
close game here, Nick, to start, and I love that. I love that as a fan.
Well, you see the replay there of the swing that came across. The effort was there from the Majettes, but the kill was lined up and executed from the Saints. Another from the front row again. Lexi Gervin goes up and powers her way down.
It's interesting to watch Wonkwo swing. Like, she's jumping higher than anyone. She actually hit that on top of the block, not at the blocker's hands, like on their fingertips. So that was interesting. I thought that ball was set a little low too, so we'll see. They got to get right in the wheelhouse of a person who jumps really well, Nick. You got to get that ball up and allow them to utilize that vertical.
Too many hits on the Saints. It will be Minot High's point.
Do you remember when you had a good vertical?
No, that never happened.
I did have a time. It was a short span, like 3 years.
I think that's probably in another life for me coming up, I would have to assume.
You're going to ask for that?
That one sent across and dropped in. Taylor Falcon scores the point for the Majettes.
I loved that play as a setter, Nick. Like the second ball, right? And even it became a little bit more popular when I played, where if you're a back row setter and you're kind of on the attack line and you still dump it over the block, I'm noticing that's getting used quite a bit in today's game, so that's cool.
Ball towers up into the rafters here at Magic City campus. Then it's hammered across. Too much on it from Lexi Gerving.
seesaw, a bit of a seesaw match here to start. Seesaw first game.
Yeah, looking at both of these teams coming into the showdown tonight, that was one thing that really caught my eye, was that many of the sets that they've played so far in the year, even in the early portion of the season here, have been that way, where the set scores have been close. A few blowouts on those set scores as well. There's a kill for the Majettes, as towering up and putting that down from the front.
So a position that doesn't get a whole lot of credit in terms of their offense. That libero, Reagan Terrell, she just provided such a great assist, a pass assist, that went behind her to Zoe Czar for the kill. So I got to give Reagan awesome play by the libero. Obviously, they're in there for defense and passing. They're not in there to provide that assist, but usually when the setter, the back row setter, plays the ball, you want that libero to take the second one. So nice job by her.
Czar puts it across. Skirving dug it up. Hammered back over. That one had too much on it from Schweitzer. And on to play it went. It's a bit of a track meet here early on in this set number one on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 16-14, Minot High's got the lead. And the service as they throw it in with Couture. Front row sent across Kukowski. Tricky play there, kept alive by the Majettes. Saberly sends it over. Off to the front row, it comes down. Gerving. Too much power on that one as it missed the end line by about 1.5 feet. And Minot High on a bit of a run here.
Yeah, they are. I think it's like maybe a 6 or yeah, they were down, I think, 14-12. A great play there by Jada Shaw. First great play by her, that she got the dig on the first ball, and then the second ball she realized it was out. So she didn't play it. So she's playing well. I think Jada Shaw's giving them a little bit of a pep here.
Zoe Czar is going to send that one across as it falls into the Majettes. Lead 18-14. Well, it's good when you can rotate players in that give you that boost.
Yep.
Oh, big time kill that time from Czar. She got up. The velocity on that was high as she hammered it in.
Yeah, and I love the fact when Zoe can hit that deep six with her, with a great approach and the set in the right spot, she hits deep six. That's tough to defend, no matter who you are.
Big time kill for Czar. She adds to her resume on the season. And Minot High adds to their lead. It's 5 right now, 19-14 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Stick with us, set number one. Just getting good here in the Magic City.
Can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Back to the Magic City Campus Gymnasium here in Minot. Well, the Saints are going to register their first point here after Minot High goes on probably a 7-0 run in just the last portion.
Yeah, and I really think that was based off of some really solid defense and some smart plays by the setter, Falcon.
Well, the Saints look to come back here in the late portion of the first set tonight in our best of 5. Majettes keep it alive. Aberly sends it back row. Hustling after that one was Grimm. Free passed over, comes off to the front again here for Czar. Hammers it down, and boy, Zoe Czar, when she goes up after it, she certainly could put it home. She does there.
Again, she is so fun to watch technique-wise. It's just a joy. And if you can see, like at the beginning of the game, she was struggling, I think, a couple balls out. She's on fire now, and I think when a hitter gets hot like that, your setter has to realize that and make sure that they give them the ball as much as they want it, honestly.
Look for me, I'm open. Put it on a tee, let's go.
Yeah, like when you get on a run, man, feed that hitter.
21-15, Minot High's got the lead. Excellent effort there. Diving down was Grace Grimm on the dig. She got it back and free passed it over. Off to Aberly. Haverly's going to score from the front row in the middle.
Couple things on that play. Again, libero Reagan Terrell, she is all over the place. She's talking, she is engaged, she is low, she is making plays. And Duffner's got a really good serve. I remember that from last year.
Front row for the Saints, Kukowski. Across, that one's going to end up out of bounds. It will be the Saints' point. But Minot High approaching the serve pro set point. It actually is the Minot High point, 23-15. They've got the lead.
Yeah, what the coach, St. Mary's coach is asking, right, that she thought that once Gerving hit it, it went off the Minot High block and off the antenna and out. But what the refs have called is no touch on the block, and therefore when it hit the antenna, that's an automatic out and point Minot High.
Big time kill again. Zoe Czar hammers it home.
Yeah, and what I liked about that play there, besides the fact she went all the way around the block, was that it was a little off the net. So a little bit different and a different look, so it's harder for the blockers to pick up. But she, I mean, what, she's had now 4 straight, like, dominant kills.
Big time. Well, it's a serve pro set point, 24-16. Serve pro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. It's Serve Pro bringing you the set point. Minot High on the attack, coming here, sent over, dug up from the back. Kukowski out of tee. Gerving sent it over. It was stopped by Czar. Minot High is going to get credit with the point on the carry, and set number 1 belongs to the Majettes here tonight at Magic City Campus's gymnasium.
Yeah, they turned it on when it was 14-12 St. Mary's. They turned it on after that, and look at that final score. I think it was 25-16. Great run by Minot High in the middle of that game and to win it.
Set number 2 on its way here on the PSP Network.
There's no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Well, 1 set to none. The Majettes have the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's time for set number 2 here on the PSP Network. This set brought to you by our friends at the UPS store. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, the UPS store. I'm reading 2 different reads at one time. You got to correct me.
Wow, you're a talent.
Yeah, well, let's try that again.
Start again.
Yeah, Roger Ward Moving and Storage is there to help you if you're moving across town or across the country. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Big thanks to Roger Ward. They're proud supporter of the PSP Network. The UPS store located on South Broadway in the Magic City for all your packing and shipping needs. Same kind of thing, just a little slightly different.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they were both great.
They're both great. Fantastic efforts on both parts. We appreciate them so much.
Yes, we do.
Well, the Saints going to offense here, trailing 1 set to none as it's sent across from Kukowski. Make that Barch rather. And the Saints will end up with the point. They lead 2-0. Well, Jesse Gertson having a conversation with the official on the floor here.
So what happened there? Quickly. Wait. Yeah, they're gonna have to talk. So Wonkwo goes up to hit it, right? Blocker touches it. It goes out, but what they're saying is Wonkwo touched it with her hand on the way out. And Jesse Gertson, second-year coach for Minot High, second year, was claiming that Wonkwo didn't touch it on its way out. But the call was that she did, and so point to St. Mary's.
Czar put it across. Skirving fires again.
That was a good play.
Yeah, nice effort there from Grace Grimm.
Free ball.
Off to the front row.
Yeah.
Wonkwo again. She has been special so far in her young high school career. And you see a glimpse of it there. She registers a kill, her first, and the first for the Majettes here at set 2.
So when you're up in the air that long, you can see the whole court as to where to place the ball. I never had that problem, right? I wasn't up in the air long enough, so all I did was just hit it straight. So she actually made a great play with her left hand. She's a righty. She made a great play with her left hand and sent it to position 4 on the opposing team's court and did a great job there.
Gerving comes up with the kill.
This feels a little similar to set 1, right? Like I think St. Mary's kind of had a 2-point lead, and then it was tied, and then a 2-point lead, and now they have a 3-point lead. Set 2.
4-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Schweitzer goes back to serve here for the Saints. Senior middle hitter. She's got 22 kills to her name on the season. One too many touches there for the Majettes on the miscue from Aaron McLean.
Yep, Minot High looks a little discombobulated like they did at the beginning of set 1.
Prestwich Orthodontics brings you tonight's volleyball matchup on the PSP Network as well. Prestwich Orthodontics can be found at minotbraces.com. Invisalign, braces for all ages. Start your free virtual consultation today at minotbraces.com. Wow, what a powering shot that was. Gerving showing why she's an All-West Region selection.
Yeah, obviously it seems Minot High's giving up the line, right? So Gerving's just crushing them down the line, and the back row setter, Falcon, has to put her hands up just to play defense. I remember when I played, I'm not going to name the year, but a girl named Jackie Bassan from Valley City, she used to crank balls down the line. And I remember always saying to the coach, we got to block ball on her because I'm going to get my head taken off if we just continue to give up the line for her.
Yeah, the terminology kill in volleyball isn't supposed to be literal when you're playing the defensive side.
Yeah.
Over for the point for the Majettes.
So Gerving is on fire right now, and again, Minot High's a little off on their offense. We'll see if they can come to with one of their best servers in Mackenzie Duffner.
Dug up on the excellent
free ball.
Pass across. Front row it comes here. Big swing, knocked in. Nice swing from Leah Walter, her 10th kill of the season.
Yeah, really nice set there. And Leah went with that set, and what I mean by that, that set was kind of inside, so she went straight cross court on that one. Nice play by her. A serve by Duffner, like I said. I think she might be one of the best servers in the state. I don't know if I have that stat, I'm just saying it, but definitely in the WDA.
Back-to-back aces for her. Now the ball's kept alive. Here's Czar trying to do her part to tie this set number 2 at 6. Big dig as Gerving had more power on it. Another shot that just missed the end line on the effort coming there from Leah Walter. Well, in for the Saints, Schlinger comes in. So does Schumacher.
Also interesting, they literally have, like, Gerving is in the same spot on the court as Czar, and I wonder, I'm pretty sure as coaches, they match it up that way. I wonder if I would do the same, right? Like, would you put your biggest hitter against the opponent's biggest hitter at the same time? I don't know. Match kill for kill kind of thing, right? To not have like spans of lots of points for one hitter versus the other.
It's been interesting to see those two on that note, though, here tonight, the way that they've duked it out, per se. Right now, it's Gerving that has the lion's share of the highlights. It was Czar in set number 1 that owned that royalty.
Yeah, absolutely. Czar came alive in that 13-2 run to end set 1. I got to give Aberle and Walter credit there. They just blocked Gerving. Anytime you block the opponent's biggest hitter, man, that's fun. Straight up fun when you block the opponent's biggest hitter.
That serve leads to the point for the Saints.
Gerving back to serve, Nick.
8-7, St. Mary's on top of the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Free ball given by Minot High here.
Big swing there from the front row again for Messer. Free pass over across from Duffner. On a tee it comes now for Coonan. Czar dug it up. Now it's sent back across. Another good rally coming here. It's pushed to the back row. Dropped in. Matea Messer with the point.
So during my playing time, they changed the rule in terms of first contact and a lot of second contacts on defense. But primarily your first contact on passing and defense, where really you can kind of have a suspect kind of technique play. So I noticed so much more on defense, kids use their hands above, essentially at their heads to play defense. I mean, literally my coach would have scolded me on that. But you can play so many more balls. It's just, you're kind of out of position. So you can't do that forever, but you know, in that last play, Czar played 2 balls at her forehead, essentially with her hands on defense. And so just a unique change in the game. And also it's for entertainment value, right? If you're calling all these lifts, it's never fun for fans to watch the ref do more work than the players.
Without question.
Yeah, so.
That one drops in for the point from the far side of the outside hitting roll. Schlinger's going to get the credit. The Saints are going to get the service back.
Again, up 2. It's been this little fluctuating thing of Minot High gets, you know, within 1, and then St. Mary's has kind of been up 2 points in set 2 a lot.
Leah Walter, hello, that was a smash.
And she had a good rotation here, Nick. She came in for 3 positions, and or 3 rotations, sorry, on the right side position. She did a nice job, Leah Walter. Good for her.
Back to serve for Minot High, and putting this in the air with the jump serve is Falcon. It's going to be a net violation coming here.
Yeah, net violation and or under the net, and you can put your foot under the net unless it impacts the play of the other team, and I think that's what the down official's calling there. Otherwise, I mean, either way, it's 10-10 for a score.
Falcon again sends it in. Minot High is going to have the chance here. Big block at the net in order to catch the tape on the far side. Either way, Schlinger good company there with the arms up.
Yeah, first time I've seen Jada Shaw swing at that. I haven't seen her swing yet, so she had a nice approach there too, just kind of top of the tape. St. Mary's setter back to serve, Addison Kukowski.
She'll drop it in. Czar digs it up. Block at the net again. Kept alive there. That one barely missed. Wonkwo was there. Are you surprised that they haven't gotten Wonkwo going just a bit more on the front row here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's been given the ball as much as she's been in the game. So she's now in position, her first rotation in. So I expect her to get the ball here quite a bit in the next. Definitely down 3 points. She should be getting the ball, I would say, 2 out of the next 3 plays. We'll see if I'm right, Nick.
After the service ace, Kukowski still back serving. Here's Czar.
Back row kill. Nice.
Big time. Not easy to do it from back there, is it?
No, but when you have a vertical, it's actually quite, it's just a natural ability there when you have a wonderful, wonderful vertical like she does.
That's going to drop in from the outside hitting spot of Coonan. Well, it's a grudge match here tonight. Minot leads 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, but it's the Saints that lead set number 2, 14-11. Julia Barch, the senior, back to serve. Czar had it on a tee. She powers it home.
Credit to Jada Shaw there on that pass. That was a tough serve to get a good pass. She did to the setter. Setter set up Czar for the kill. And that was Falcon with the assist.
Off to the front row. This ball is going to be sent across, but too many touches.
Double hit by the setter. Just sometimes when you put your hands up, it's happened to me a couple times. It's actually landed on my forehead before. But when you go up and if your hands are sweaty, right, and you double contact, I'd hit it once with the right hand. The left hand grabs it kind of not at the same time. You got a double hit there.
Czar towers up and smashes it down again. Her kill total here tonight climbing the tops in the West region, showing why she's got that asterisk by her name.
Yeah, without a doubt, I think she's got to be at 8 at this point.
Gerving says, you can do it, I can do it better. She hammers that one home.
That's why this is an interesting coaching decision to play the best hitter versus the other best hitter on the other team. So we're in for an offensive show here in the next few points.
Dug up from the back from Terrell. Czar switches it up a little bit. The off speed drops in and she scores.
There you go. That's kind of the changeup. What's great about Czar, too, besides the fact that she jumps really, really well, she's got tons of topspin on her kill or on her offensive shot. So balls that might look like they're going out end up dropping in. I know some pickleball players that can play that shot, too.
Grimm had the dig. Czar pushes it across. She's got another one.
Yeah, she can do no wrong. She gotta shoot for a set. So that's just a lower ball that kind of just shoots again just above the tape of the net. She had to set that thing over and got a kill. When you're on, Nick.
Off of the front row, big time smash, big time dig there. Shaw was the one that dug it up. Free pass on over. Saints have possession here. Gerving uses the power, but she had too much muscle on it. And Minot High all of a sudden finds himself with a 2-point lead here in set number 2 at 17-15.
Yeah, that happened fast. And I would say similar to set 1, Shaw and Terrell like just spark plugs on defense. Giving the lift, right, that is needed, right? You have a big dig. The setter wants to work hard for you. And then definitely the hitter wants to put a ball down because you've worked hard on defense.
The Saints on the season have not won set number 1 or set number 2 yet this year.
Boy.
However, they have been in those sets, just like we've seen here tonight. Oh, it's always Czar again. Hello.
She hit that from the right side. She's now in the back row. St. Mary's is lucky, but I don't know if I'm the setter. I'm giving her the ball in the back row attack as well.
Pushed across, points are there. Matea Messer, the sophomore. 18-17.
This is where a lot of character is built in the last 7 to 8 points of a set. There's that drop set on, Duffner gets the ball. She's kind of at the attack line. She could set her front row. Instead, she dumps the ball over the block for a kill. Nice play by Duffner on that. Minot High up 19-17 with Terrell back to serve. Free ball. for Minot High.
Longquo goes up. There you see that power. That vertical is something else.
Yeah, I mean, between Wonko and Czar, they literally could touch the ceiling in this place.
Free pass brought to the back row again. Towered over, the kill is there. Jada Shaw puts it to 21-17, Minot High.
Right, and how a nice job by Shaw. But I have to give credit there to Defner on that set. That's a gutsy set to do, but it all stems from Wonko in the middle and establishing the middle. And then St. Mary's block thinking, well, it's gonna go to Wonko, and it doesn't. So there's Shaw with an open kill. Smart set by Defner. Sorry, Nick.
21-17, Minot High's got the lead here in set number 2.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Tonight's contest on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. It's Prestwich Orthodontics. You can find them online, minotbraces.com.
Minot High's picked up their service game too, which, right, you put an aggressive serve out there, the pass isn't great for St. Mary's, and then they scramble. Free ball for Minot High. Good set by Defner. Just a hitting error there by Walter. But Minot High's looking good. St. Mary's needs to, I think St. Mary's needs to do the same, put pressure with their service.
Over from Grimm. Sent across by Minot High Shaw. Front row it comes. Towering up was Coonan. She's going to register the point as it was tipped to the back row by the Majettes.
Yeah, I think that ball might have been out, but played by Terrell. So point St. Mary's.
Saints on the offense here. Minot High leading. Wonko goes up, man, she towers. That air time.
And again, she's not a left-hander, and she just used her left hand, but she was up there what felt like 5 seconds. Nice play by her. Good pass by Zoe Czar.
23-19, Minot High on top. Falcon, the one you want back, sending it into play. Sent on over, front row it comes. Here's Wonko again, blocked at the net. It's going to be a net violation here on the Majettes.
No touch on that contact by the blocker. At least she was saying there was no touch. So 4 hits by Minot High. We'll see what Minot High does here, right? They're 2 points away from the set 2 win. Who's going to get the ball?
They lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Free passed over, sent from the front row. Gervig on a tee where it was spun across from Klein. Shaw to the back row. Nice dig there from Grace Grimm. Punched over. Defensive specialist Burrell moved it across, comes back away down to the Saints in the front. Tipped over. Yes, Schweitzer drops it in. We've got ourselves quite a teeter-totter match here in set 2.
Yeah, again, we'll see what kind of guts here Minot High has and decision-making, right? When you have 2 points to the win, a side out right here gets you to game point, set point.
Front row again.
St. Mary's has the momentum, right? And they're putting the pressure on, right? And Minot High is not responding very well.
Coonan's got the kill. Coonan from the outside hitting. Spot on the left side here. Certainly doing her job tonight.
give credit to St. Mary's and that their middle hitter right now, Schweitzer.
Ball across, Kukowski. Front row again. Wow, we just talked about her. Credit with another one. Coonan delivers, and it's 23-23. We've got a timeout on the floor. The Majettes.
Tie game, timeout.
Majettes want to talk things over. They will do that on the Hub International Insurance timeout. Call Josh Cattell or Michael Borman today, 355-3100. For all your business and personal insurance needs. It's a barn burner. The Magic City 23s on the board here in set number 2. Kukowski back to serve here for the Saints. Tied at 23 in set 2. Minot leads 1 set to none. Excellent effort here from St. Mary's. It's alive. Longquo goes up. Tipped over the net. How about the play?
Violation, net violation, no!
Schweitzer was there on the effort. She got into the net, and that brings us to a serve pro set point.
What did you talk about with St. Mary's? They've been getting close in sets. They were just right there.
24/7 emergency service with trained technicians at Serve Pro. Minot looking to go up 2 sets to none. To the back row. Off to Czar, tips it across. Dug up there from Coonan. Free pass over. On a tee it comes here for the Majettes as it's fired across by McLean. 2 sets to none. Minot High goes up in this match. Wow. 25-24. Minot High wins set number 2. They won the first one 25-16. And the Majettes on a roll here on their home floor.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Two sets to none. Minot High's got the lead over the St. Mary's Saints in this battle of number 6, Minot number 10 of the West, St. Mary's. It's been a barn burner so far. Set number 3 brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Roger Ward Moving and Storage can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. It's Roger Ward. Since 1942, they've been helping with those needs. That's a long time.
That is. Thanks, Roger Ward.
Big thanks to Minot State as well. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for your career that you desire. More than 96% of recent Minot State grads are employed or continuing their education. Minot State grads get jobs, period. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, be you. And while we've got a moment, we'll thank UPS Store as well. located on South Broadway in Minot. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. Saturdays, 8:30 to 3. It's the UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs.
Marshall Knopp over there. Am I right with that?
You are right. We actually
I love that guy.
had a chance to play some golf the other day.
Oh, you did. And you convinced him to sponsor the UPS store.
He throttled me. It was on. I got to give him that credit.
Did you let him throttle you because he sponsors PSP? Thanks, Marshall. You know I love you, man.
Not a chance. I was doing my best. He was kind of like Lily Coonan right there. Went up and just hammered another one home. Saints lead 1-0 here in set number 3, but Minot's up 2 sets to none on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Big dig from the back row.
That was a big dig, and it went off the ceiling for the second place. So nice job by St. Mary's. You know, if I'm St. Mary's, I mean, I'm frustrated. Like, they played really well at the end of that set, and really that one play at 23-23 kind of changed the momentum. You got to give Kukowski credit. She served them back into that set, and then just some bad luck at the end. So if I'm Minot High on set 2, you know, you didn't finish great. So you want to come out and you want to have a little bit, you don't want to do this, give them 5 points at the start of the set again. You want to kind of come out stronger. So we'll see what happens here. Expecting Zoe Czar to get the ball a lot. Like right now.
From what
and there it is.
Boom.
Yeah.
Another one for Czar.
Yeah, I mean, she literally, since her first couple errors in set 1, has been on fire. Front row. Right side. Power side. Just an overpass there, kill. Back row, she has played really well offensively.
Minot now leads 3-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Nicole Couture for Minot High back to serve. Her sister works for the association I work for, Korea. Her sister is a superstar, Natalie. So nice to see Nicole on the floor.
Czar with a big stuff up front. Well, we talked about her in the pregame show tonight, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change in Minot and Bismarck. And Czar's a player that the stat line is padded all the way across the board. Coming in with 30 kills tonight. She also had 30 digs. Can add a couple blocks to that here tonight in this West Region showdown.
Yeah, is she a senior or is she grade 11?
She is a senior.
Oh, she's a senior, so this is her final high school year. What I look for her is to, just continue this firepower throughout the year. I look for her to increase her defense.
Dug up from the back, ends up being a free pass over on a tee from Grimm. Gerving's there, and Gerving puts it across.
4-4 game, 4-4 set.
Back to serve here for the Saints. Julia Barch.
Nice serve. So.
The antenna was there. Unfortunately for the Majettes, the ball went on the opposite side, so the Saints get the point. 5-4, they lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It is 2 sets to none in favor of the Majettes here tonight. I do apologize about some of the scoring issues on our digital scoring here this evening. Well, the Saints have the momentum right now. They lead 6-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. There's another one credited to the big hitters in the front row.
Yeah, absolutely. There, what happened was blocking. So 2 straight blocks on whatever Minot High chose to throw at them. And so, I don't know. She had that flag raised before the ball even landed. But point, Minot High. So here we have St. Mary's up 6-5 with Mackenzie Duffner again. I think she's an excellent server. They're one of their 6-2 setters, Minot High, back to serve for Minot High.
Dropped in. Grimm had the dig again. Oh, that wasn't an easy play from the far side. Schweitzer almost landed it.
Yeah, Schweitzer's played well tonight, I would say. Kind of your number 2 hitter to Gerving.
Dropped in by the Majettes.
Good pass.
Kukowski on the front row. Schweitzer was there. Minot High is going to get the point.
Yeah, Schweitzer hit that ball off that antenna, which you cannot do. That is considered out. I said that very American, like out, not out. Like a Canadian. About and out. Here's Duffner, Minot High on the run. 3-0 run now, right? 4-0 because they were down 6-4.
8-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, the conversation between the line judge and the floor judge here comes to a close. Minot High puts the ball back into play.
Inside shoot. Good block there by Aberly and Walter. Yep.
Aberly across.
Hey.
She's going to register the point on the free pass over. And the Majettes now lead 9-6.
Super fun. Sydney Aberly comes in and plays middle for 3 rotations, and she's been a good spark plug for them, and she's going to have to be throughout the year. Again, that middle position is critical. I know that Zoe obviously gets all the balls. She does a nice job of obviously completing and having kills, but that middle position is so critical in volleyball to establish so that those outside hitters can be free with a one-person block.
Well, you see the Duffner ace continuing to move and groove here for the Majettes. They lead 10-6 here in set number 3.
Most of your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Well, the student section in full force here tonight in the Magic City. Duffner still back to serve. She's giving her classmates plenty to cheer about. She is on a roll from that service line.
6 straight. She started at 6-5. They had 5 points.
Duffner trying to help put it away here tonight. Minot leading 2-0.
There's a nice play.
Yeah, Gerving goes up and just buries that home.
So that was an angry kill there. She's probably like, enough of this. You know what happened there was a nice pass by St. Mary's. Can't remember who that was, but again, Duffner's serve is tough.
Tipped across, Czar again. She's got plenty of shots inside that bag, doesn't she?
Yeah, when she gets a full approach in and she's up in the air and she can see the floor, she's pretty unstoppable.
Czar across, front row set up here, Kukowski. Oh my. That one lands in. Gerving puts an exclamation point on that kill.
Here we are, the Czar and Gerving show. Back and forth. I don't know if I'm the setter, I'm giving the ball back to Czar again, but I think Czar's in the back row now. Maybe not.
Back to serve here for the Saints. That's Schumacher. Front row, there's going to be a violation at the net. Minot High is going to get the infraction charge their way, so it will be the Saints' ball.
Again, what that was is Duffner went to set that ball. It was tight. It was a tough ball, and her foot came underneath the net. And that alone is not a violation, but if it's impacting another player, it is.
Jada Shaw on the far side. Dropped in. Well, join us tonight for our planning team financial advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll have our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. And tonight's MVP brought to you by Sport Clips.
There's the back row. There you go.
Wow. Czar with another smash.
Again, that's all based off of her athleticism there to have back row kills like that. I have to give Duffner credit. That was a perfectly placed ball right on the attack line for Zoe to come at and get a full swing and an easy kill for her from the back row. Good response by St. Mary's. Gerving back to serve for St. Mary's, down 10-14. Pass by Shaw. Little off-speed shot here by Leah Walter. Kill by Kunin, Lily Kunin off of the Wonkwo and Walter block. And Gerving back to serve, 11-14.
You look at the way both of these teams have played here tonight in spurts.
Under the net, yep, net violation. So, sorry, Nick, Wonkwo went up to play that ball, was tight. Again, this has happened 3 times tonight already. Her foot went under the net. Again, it's not a violation by itself unless it impacts the play, and there were 2 other players around, so hence violation.
Into the twine it went. Saints get the point, and they're right back in at 14-13. Minot leads, but St. Mary's on the rush now.
Yes.
Lexi Gerving back to put it into play.
Nice pass by Shaw.
Wonkwo towers up. Gerving dug it up. Push back across. That one's going to drop in out of bounds. 15-13. Minot's got the lead, and they get the service back. Ooh, little Thursday night football tonight.
That's right.
Vikings and Eagles playing here this evening. You have an update for us on that?
I do. We got 8:30 left in the second quarter, and the Vikes are up 7-3. Looks like Philly's got the ball. And it's at Philly, isn't it? Which is a tough place to play.
Off to the front row it comes. That one into the net again. And the Saints just hanging around like a bad cold right now. We've seen that here tonight, that both of these teams with flashes of maybe brilliance, you could almost call it, and then a drop-off for both here tonight. Is there one thing in your mind for St. Mary's that they could do differently here to change the outcome of how their season's gone so far with what you've seen?
Give it to Gerving more. And I'm serious. Like, give it to Gerving and the back row as well. She hasn't had very many sets to the back row attack here. So I'd give her the ball more. And honestly, if I'm St. Mary's, I might dump the ball more. Put Minot High on their heels, so like have the setter dump the ball.
Front row
nice
here,
play by Keenan. Yeah.
Well, the arms came up from Schlinger. She had a hand on it for just a moment. But Czar registers another kill, and Minot High leads 17-14 now here in this West region.
So somebody switched up their rotations here, I'm noticing, because obviously Gerving's in the back row and Czar's in the front row.
This West region affair here tonight has Minot High up 2-0. 17-14. However, right now it's set number 3. Minot High trying to put an exclamation point on it here tonight. Czar will help with that cause. She does as she pounds it on home.
What I've noticed is St. Mary's kind of gets back in the game with Gerving. There's that, and then their block. But Czar really has kind of taken this over, and the block can't come near her. Nice play by Terrell there, the libero. She's played really well tonight. There's a nice dig by her.
Czar again tips this one over, drops in, and Zoe Czar's got another one. And the Majettes have a comfortable 5-point lead.
Gosh, I'd love to know what the kill record is for a match. Tough to, if Minot High goes on to win this 3-0, it's tough to get a record. You kind of have to go 5. But Zoe's played so well, and she's mixing things up. She's probably had 4 tip kills.
Well, we take another look at Czar here. Part of her arsenal here tonight has been
the replay,
the big swing, and sometimes it's not. She just does it any way that she sees fit to score the points. She's done it well here tonight. 5 away from the Majettes picking up a win inside the conference. They lead 20-14. Here in set number 3, they lead 2-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Well, we haven't heard the Minot High Gymnasium at this volume yet here tonight. It certainly has reached a level as Minot High sends one off the service and out of play. It's 2015. Saints with possession here on the service, but they trail by 5. Steady dose of Gerving would be the solution from your X's and O's.
Yep, and she's got one more play rotation till she's in the front row. Nice play by Wonko. That's probably the hardest hit she's had tonight. She had a solo block there, so when somebody can jump that well, again, she can go right or left with a one-person block. Nice job by her. She cut that one left into position 1.
Smash back.
Oh, there we go. That's still playable. There you go.
What a play from the back row that was from
Couture.
Couture, yes.
Yes, she did it. Here she gets the ball again. Nice free ball pass. Czar, yep.
Good dig in the back row from Grimm.
Oh. Calling that ball out. Calling that ball out. Yep. So what they on the contact by Czar, when she went up to hit it almost like 3 physical plays ago, right? It hit the antenna. And that's a tough one because sometimes the antenna shakes. If you hit the top of the tape near the antenna, it'll shake. So you have to know the difference between hitting it or it's shaking. So the lines judge called Czar hitting it.
Good eye.
Hawkeye over here. Hawkeye.
That's right. Czar smashes across. Front row and comes. Back to the back for the Majettes. Little miscue there from Aaron McLeod. And the Saints aren't done yet. 21-17. They trail. They've got the service here.
Little run by the Saints.
Off to the back row. Sent across. How about that play from the front?
Yeah, it's happened about 4 times. I think 3 times by Falcon, once by Duffner.
22-17. Minot High's got the lead.
I can safely say again, I don't know if I ever did that play as a setter. Back row setter for sure not. More of a front row setter dumper.
Duffner from the back. She's been
nice block.
On fire all night.
That was good, Nick.
Sent across. On a tee here. It's going to be tipped over. Duffner with the play. Ball's kept alive. Czar's going to free pass it on over. Front row it comes. Gerving blocked at the net. She gets it back and goes to the back.
Great offensive and defensive plays here for both teams. Good rally. Best one of the night.
Gerving at the net. Kept alive. Aberly. Czar goes to the back.
See, you know, when you're having such a great night, like that ball was out, right? But Czar's just got good karma right now. 2 points to the match win here for Minot High. Duffner to serve. Nice pass by St. Mary's.
Gerving sends it across. Czar's the one with the dig. To the back.
Nice play by Shaw there.
Fired over from Shaw.
Free ball. Nice hands, Terrell.
Sent to the back, kept alive again by Barch. No, it's going to be a dead ball. Minot High reaches the Serve Pro set point once again. Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency match service. Point. And trained technicians set and match point. That's right. Minot up 2 sets to none.
I don't know if you want to replay that one.
Wasn't the prettiest, but it worked.
Well, yes, and I remember, again, when I played, that was not allowed, but now it is. And, that's entertaining, but a tough way to lose. Fun way to win, tough way to lose. I got to give Minot High credit. You know, they had some ups and downs at the beginning of sets, but they really came through in the middle of sets and finished pretty well, with the exception of that set 2, but they still won that set. And Zoe's our standout for sure tonight, and she's going to have to stand out all year for them to get over 500. But I got to give the setters credit. They distributed the ball well, and then spark plugs. I see Shaw as a spark plug. I see Terrell as a spark plug. I see Aberley coming in as a spark plug. Wonkwo did a wonderful job getting a couple kills here and there. Walter and Aberley on the block, giving Gerving some fits. But yeah, really a nice team effort, and good to see kind of at the beginning of the season.
We're going to break this one down when we come back to the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Minot High gets the victory tonight, 3-0. We'll tell you how they did it when we come back.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Three 3-0 Minot High gets the win on the BNC National Bank scoreboard here tonight over the St. Mary's Saints. The Majettes improved to a record inside of the conference of 3-3. They go to 7-6 overall. St. Mary's drops to 2-11 on the season, winless in the WDA at 0-6. We're going to move into our planning team financial advisors and Shots Crossroads post-game show here tonight. Welcome in. We've got our player of the game joining us, waiting oh so patiently here for this post-game interview. Zoe Czar is our player of the game here tonight. First things first, when you start feeling it the way you did here tonight, what is that feeling like for you? And it just seems like nothing could go wrong from that hitting position.
Just the adrenaline, it like really fires me up, and then all my teammates are like, yeah, Zoe. So I'm like, oh guys, but like, it feels amazing because coming off of like a rougher game, I just wanted to come out and show my stuff.
You certainly did that here tonight. How much credit has to go to the setters in this lineup for you?
So much. And my blockers too, because they pulled the block and then my setters saw it and like shoved it out. It was just a team effort. They did great.
So Zoe, you started off the match with a couple unforced errors, if you forgot, and then it was lights out for you. Like everything you touched was a kill from power tipping. You had a set that you sent to position 1 that was a kill. You were getting kills from right side. You were getting kills from back row. Do you have a special spot? I mean, obviously I know you'd say the power spot, but when you get a kill from a certain spot, is that more special than the other places, or do you like your off-speed stuff? You had an off-speed shot that was a kill as well. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like the push to 1 has always been my kind of mojo, but if I get on and behind the ball and I can crush it cross court, I think that's pretty good too.
Yeah. So we were talking right before you got on air here that Chobani flips are your pregame meals.
Yeah.
So everybody who wants to be really good at volleyball, start eating Chobani flips around here. Yeah. Nick, you got that down?
I think maybe it will help with my vertical. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get as high as you were here tonight.
Yeah. That's a good segue there too. You know, we, as somebody who has played the game, it's been a while, but to watch you, right? Your technique is so exceptional. Do you want to give some credit to some people that have taught you your amazing technique and your ability to get so high, see the floor and get those tips because you see where to place the ball? Any credit you want to give? And
my coaches throughout all my volleyball teams, like my club coach, and then this summer I went to Florida, and that coach taught me a lot. And then, of course, my mom, she's always giving me little pointers, and I'm always, like, drilling that in my brain. I'm like, wait, and then go. Yeah, just like little pointers from everyone.
Wonderful. And the other thing I got to say about you is your top spin when you hit balls, because for a defensive player, they're thinking it's coming at their chest and they're deep, and then it lands in. So I got to give you credit on that. So not only can you jump really well and you have an off-speed shot, but when you do hit your attack, right, you got so much spin on it. So kudos to you. Keep working hard.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And again, way to come alive, like lights out. After you had a bit of a struggle in the first 3 points, it was like game on, and there was nothing you weren't touching. That wasn't a kill. I mean, yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah,
final thing for you, Dickinson tomorrow right here, back-to-back nights. The Midgets 3-0 on the season. What does it take tomorrow to get a win against an opponent that is receiving some votes and at the top of the list in the West region?
Yeah, I think bringing our focus as a team and then our unity and then also our energy. Our energy is so important when it comes to it, and staying consistent as a team.
Where do you think you get your energy from? I noticed you had some spark plugs on defense. Yeah. And as a hitter, sorry, Nick, as a hitter, like when you get a defensive dig, I'm guessing you're going like, I'm going to get a kill for these ladies. Any other spark plugs from the team that you're seeing that energy from that really gets you going?
All my teammates, like when they were like shoving me, if you saw that on the court, they were like trying to trip me or something. I was like, they're so supportive. I love my team.
Yeah, they're also happy that you're getting like 16 kills in a night too. Yeah, for sure. Well done, Zoe.
Thank you.
Yeah, really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Job well done. Our player of the game tonight, Zoe Czar. We'll get that picture posted for you on social media here tonight. Job well done.
Thank you.
Good reason for our player of the game nomination here tonight on our planning team financial advisors and Shots Crossroads post-game show.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer, Nick. When she came alive after those couple errors at the beginning, it was literally, I don't know if we have the stat yet. It's got to be 16, 17 kills, somewhere in there.
Big night for her without question. Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroad bring you the post-game show here tonight. Planning Team Financial Advisors dedicated to helping you work towards your financial freedom. Planning Team Financial Advisors can be found online as well. PlanningTeam.com. Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters, brings you the post-game show tonight. Also, you can order online at shotscrossroads.com. Head there and pick it up. Team buses are
the 99er.
Always welcome at Shots Crossroads. I like it for the banana cream pie. I'm telling you that stuff is...
You haven't changed from last year, huh?
No, I don't think that will ever change. Shots Crossroads, still one of my favorites all time. They bring you the post-game here tonight. Nick Hulberg, Melissa Spelchen on the call here this evening. We heard from Zoe Czar, our player of the game. We'll get to that in just a moment and go back to that in just a moment. But overall, your thoughts on this showdown here tonight? It really was a grudge match that saw set scores in this contest at 25-16, 25-24, and 25-17. But at times, to me, this match felt a lot closer than those set scores really kind of unveil at the end of the contest.
Yeah, set 1 and set 3 for me were pretty impressive from Minot High in terms of middle part of the sets, really turning it on and finishing well. In that set 2, St. Mary's came back, if you noticed that, but then you got to give Minot High credit. They completed the set. They didn't play great at the end, but they still got the win. Again, I got to give some spark plug credit. I love spark plugs in sports, right? The players that don't get all of the credit, I love giving them credit. So what do we got here? We got Terrell and... Ooh, what was that name? Terrell?
Duffner maybe on the service line?
Duffner, you're right. Duffner on the service line was incredible. Really, everybody kind of chipped in, but Terrell played really, really well as a libero. Oh, and Shaw played really well defensively. And so some of that defensive work, again, as you hear Czar, right? When that ball is dug and the setter comes and gives you a great set, you're ready to crank it. But definitely overall, I think this team will likely go as Zoe Czar's offense goes. And so look for Minot High to continue to improve that. And probably, I guess the thing if I was to work on for Minot High would be blocking. Try to get a little bit stronger on the block. But overall, a good team effort. And kudos to the coaching staff for the subs that they put in at the right times. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night as they play, definitely a higher ranked team and a team that has an undefeated record in the WDA. If they can pull off a win there, then we got some serious stuff going on in Minot High.
Yeah, then there's a lot more talk around the Majettes. They certainly have the stuff from time to time, it seems, but I think you're right. Where Czar goes is where the Majettes will seem to go. On the other side, for St. Mary's here tonight, and Erica Trom's team, they head to Mandan, then they've got Watford City, then Williston, then Mandan, and then Minot again. So the schedule lightens up just a bit for St. Mary's. There were some spots here tonight where it seemed like the Saints had a lot to be proud of and work towards. Obviously, Gerving, a special player. What are the big takeaways in your mind for the Saints and what they can build off on the positives here tonight?
Probably that they were in every set, at least at the beginning and the middle. I know in set 3 they were kind of blown out at the end there, but they didn't give up. I got to give them credit there. That set 2, if they get that set 2, I think this might have been a different match, and they had the momentum. I mean, they literally had the momentum from, I think Kukowski started serving, I want to say 17-23. They got it to 23-23, and then there was an odd net violation there, which gives, then you're kind of like, oh man, now they have set point. And of course, Minot High finished that set. So no quit. I would focus on that, and I would get back to basics on passing, serve, receive. I mean, every single time we would have a loss, we literally would have serve, receive for the first hour. And that's a critical component of volleyball. Kind of goes underrated, Nick, because you don't never see it on the stat sheets, right? So, but that first pass off of a serve, if you watched, a lot of the runs for Minot High was Duffner. Okay, well, that means the serve receive on the other side isn't going well. So if they can go back and fix some serve receive stuff so that the ball gets cleaner to Gerving more often, I think that could be at least maybe their first win tomorrow night against Mandan, I think you said?
That's correct.
Yep.
It's time now for our Move of the Game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Well, you see that young lady on the screen right there, Mackenzie Duffner. She probably should get this credit with the service runs that she had here tonight. But the highlight that's queued up for this and the Move of the Game brought to you by Jobbers, to me, was the way that the young lady we already spoke to here tonight, Zoe Czar, was able to use the changeup and the big swings and the velocity throughout the night. There just wasn't a whole lot of defense that could be done against the way she played on that front row here this evening.
Was that set 3? That was that set 3 tip she had, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Nick, you nailed it. Like, she literally every offensive shot in her arsenal was working. Once she got going after those first few kind of oopsies in set 1, and literally I've never seen anybody with errors in set 1 and then was lights out. Like, there was nothing stopping her. She didn't have an unforced error after that, the first 3 in set 1, and probably had, again, I don't know, she's got to be 16 to 18 kills.
Big night for her.
Yep.
Jobbers Moving and Storage. If you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. It's Jobbers bringing you the Move of the Game here tonight. Time for our MVP of the game as well. The MVP brought to you by Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips, where you can sign in online with a hairstylist today. They do a great job at Sport Clips. They know me pretty well these days.
Oh, I was
over
going to
there.
say they do your hair. It's because your hair is gorgeous.
On point. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sport Clips.
I'm sure Boone, Iowa loved your hair at the IMCA Super Nationals. I want to make sure I say that and give you credit, man. That is an awesome accomplishment for you.
Well, thank you so much. And the accomplishment again here tonight for Zoe Czar, another big one. She's our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. In the teens for the amount of kills she registered here tonight. Great job for her. She is your MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. Again, Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Zoe Czar is our MVP of the showdown.
If you were to pick another player, who would you pick?
That's a tough question for me. I think Minot High's group effort across the board here tonight. On the other side, St. Mary's Gerving certainly was deserving of that, I think.
Yeah, she stood out. Schweitzer did a nice job for St. Mary's, too, kind of like distributing the offensive kills.
I thought Schweitzer was good, and I thought Lily Coonan was good as well for St. Mary's from the left side. I don't know, for Minot High, if you look at the way that Duffner served in this contest, I think I go back to that probably.
Isn't that interesting, though? It's one skill, right? Like, it's one skill, but it was impactful to that match. I love their defensive, like, from Terrell to, again, Shaw to Aberley in the front, right? Couture had a couple nice balls. Wonkwo had a couple nice balls. But yeah, some energy from these players that don't play all the way around. That was kind of cool.
Job well done across the board. More games coming up this week. Tomorrow's a doubleheader. We're in Bismarck tomorrow night for high school football. Bismarck takes on Legacy at 6:30 tomorrow evening. Scott Woodmansey and Josh Cattell have the call of that one. I'll be at the Century matchup where Minot High takes on Century at the Sanford Complex. That's a big one tomorrow night. Minot High ranked number 3 in the state of North Dakota, taking on Century, who's still receiving votes in AAA football. Should be a good one tomorrow night. And a doubleheader night on the PSP Network. Hope you join us then. Closing thoughts here tonight. Do you have anything?
When do I see you again? How about that? Like, when's our next match?
I think the next matchup that we'll have on the PSP Network, well, we've got Minot High at Century on Tuesday. You won't see me there.
Nor me.
Unless you watch on PSP Network. After that, Williston comes to town to take on the Majettes. We'll have that one. I believe it's next Thursday.
Oh, so I'll see you next Thursday, the 21st.
I believe
my birthday week.
Well,
come on now.
Should be a fun one.
It will be fun. Appreciate you, Nick Hulberg. You're excellent at what you do.
Job well done tonight. Thank you for your time and efforts here as well. Final once again tonight. Minot takes care of St. Mary's 3-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. For the Hall of Famer, Melissa Spelchen, I'm Nick Hulberg, signing off until tomorrow night when we go on the air at 6 o'clock for the pregame show. Brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change and Minot High Century Football. Please have a great night, and God bless.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country. We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.